Welcome back to my channel, where we discuss finances, investing, debts, stuff like that. Today we'll be talking about avoiding debt, ways to avoid debt and keep out of debt. Everyone has debts, student loans, mortgages, car payments, credit card bills. At a young age, none of us are taught how to manage our finances. All we're taught is to go to school, get a job, get into debt, and then once you get into debt, they got you for life. You have to go to work every day. You got to pay your bills. If you don't pay your bills, then they come after you. So none of us are taught how to balance a book. Some of us learn later on in life the hard way how to control our finances. Some of us don't. Some of us die owing money. Die owing debt, and pass it on to your family. So this channel of mine, I'm here to spread the word on financing, living within your means, paying your debts, avoiding debt, don't getting into debt, because the debt is the number one killer. One of the number one killers for wealth. If you have debt, you don't have wealth. So it's best to avoid debt as much as you can. So I'm gonna give you some tips, 5 or so tips on how to avoid debt, stay out of debt. Pay with cash whenever possible. My parents, their parents, the grandparents, they always paid cash. There was no credit card back then. Credit card is a new thing in the last, say, 20, 30 years. But before those times, if you couldn't afford nothing, if you didn't have the cash for it, you couldn't buy it. You couldn't go out and buy a new car unless you could afford the new car, full payment. There was no half payment, finance payment, put on a credit card, get a loan. There was none of that back in those days. Back in those days, it's cash. If you didn't have the cash to buy something, you couldn't afford it. So that's why the older generation, they even to this day, I see older generation paying everything with cash. I'm in the courier business, and when I go to a customer to collect money, to collect fees and dues, regardless of what they gotta pay, someone gotta pay like $200-300 in duties. They always have cash. You ring someone's doorbell, somebody comes to the door. If they're above 50, basically they're above 50, they're paying cash. Anyone you go to another customer's house, someone below 30, guaranteed they're paying credit or debit, mostly credit. They don't pay cash. Most of them don't even have cash in the house. They don't even know what a check looks like, because the check is the same thing as cash. You write it, comes out of your bank account. Most kids nowadays don't know what a check looks like, how to even write a check. Everything is debit or credit, and like I said, it's mostly credit. So whenever possible, pay with cash. When you pay with cash, it's physical. You see it just leaving your hand, so it's real. Now, when you pay with a debit or pay with a credit, it's painless. You just swipe, boom, you don't even think about it till the bill comes. So there's no mental connection there. So my advice to you is, whenever possible, pay with cash. Cash is always king. Next tip is stay within your spending limits. Don't spend more than you have. One of the goals, if you want to get rich, is spend less than you make. Spend less than you make, and save 20-30% of your paycheck. Save as much as you can for investing and avoiding debt. So if you spend less than what you make, you'll never be in debt. You'll always be debt free, and you'll always have savings. You'll always have money to invest. So those are the top two. Pay with cash. Stay within your spending limits. Don't overspend. If you need something, and you can't afford it right now, there's nothing wrong with saving. Put some money away each month, each week, whenever you get paid, and pay towards that. Don't buy it on credit card now, and then later on something happens. You have to add more to the credit card, and before you know it, you're maxed out your credit card, and then they got you. They got you with debt. You gotta avoid debt all possible. Number 3, avoid impulse purchases. If you don't need something, don't buy it. Don't go to a mall to walk around the mall if you have no intention of buying anything. When you go window shopping, you're gonna see something you like. You go on Amazon, browse around. You're gonna buy something you don't need. So only buy things you need, and avoid impulse shopping. If you're going shopping anywhere for groceries, make a list. I'm a big supporter of lists. If you're going anywhere to buy anything, make a list of what you need to buy. Shop around for the best prices, then go shopping. And once you buy what you need, get out. Don't stick around. Don't browse around. Don't walk around. Because eventually, if you walk around long enough, you will buy something you don't need, and you're wasting money. So buy what you need. Later on in life, if you've got enough savings, enough investments, enough money, and you can afford it, then you're free to buy what you want. But if you can afford it, if you can pay it cash, if you have the cash in the account, if you're not in debt, you have savings, you have investments, you have cash in hand, then feel free to buy what you want because you can afford it. Just because you can put on a credit card and buy it doesn't mean you can afford it. Big mistake. Next one, avoid buy now, pay later. Those are big scams. Because what people don't realize is you buy it now, pay later. They give you a year to pay it off. Now, if you don't pay that loan off within a year, the interest from the day you bought it until the year later is all accumulated. So you say you buy a sofa for $1,000. You charge no interest now and pay later. You buy it now, bring it home, pay it off within a year. Most people don't pay it off within a year. Most things happen in life where they can't afford to pay it off at the end of the year, and they're counting on something happening to you within that year for you not to be able to pay that off. So if you don't pay it off within a year, then you get charged interest from the day you bought it up until the year after. So if the interest is, like, say, and usually it's a high interest rate, it's like 20%, 15%. It's an astronomical interest rate. So they're counting on you not being able to pay it off, something happening in your life that you can't pay it off, and then you get charged the interest from the day you bought it till the day you pay it off. If it's 25%, 30%, you're paying almost double for something that you could just save and bought for yourself. So avoid buying now, paying later. Walk away from that. Those are big money traps. And finally, if you're buying anything, compare prices. I'm a big supporter of comparing prices. I go to Amazon, I see what's on sale on Amazon, then I check out Walmart, I check out all the stores. I got an app in Canada here called Flip. Now it's a coupon app. It gives you a list of every store in your province or in your area. And if you're looking for say you're looking for looking for a watch, you type in watch. It'll give you all the stores in as far as you want to go in the province, in the city, in the town that has the cheapest prices of watch. So anything you're buying, compare. Always compare prices. So you're paying. It's the exact same thing you're buying in one store. One store might have it for 100% more expensive. Another store might have the exact same thing, half the price. They might have a sale that week. So if you're not comparing prices, you're not shopping around for a better deal, then you're throwing your money away. So you always got to shop around and look for the better deal. Investing isn't just about investing in stocks and companies. Investing is all about in everyday life. Investing whatever you buy, whenever you spend money, you're investing. Something you spend money on, you get no return. Something you spend money on, you're getting return. You're getting quality products for the money you spend, or you're getting So you have to invest in it. You gotta watch how you spend your money. Whenever you spend your money, you're investing. Like I said before, it isn't just about stocks and bonds and real estate. Whenever you spend money, it's investing. The only difference is what you're spending it on. You're spending it on food. You're buying takeout. Yeah, takeout food is cheap. It's easy, but it's not good for your body. So that's not a good investment. Spend a little bit more. Buy some fruits and vegetables. Buy some water. Cut back on the sweets, the sugars, the fatty foods. Those stuff are just give you a slow death. There's no point in investing for your future if you're not going to be around long enough to enjoy it. So my advice is, take care of yourself, invest in the things that are important, give you value, give a return, and always look for the cheapest price. Not cheapest price, best price. So if you can get the same thing for something cheaper, same thing for a cheaper price somewhere else, take it. So, that's how the rich stay rich. They don't just buy stuff. They look for good prices, good deals. So that's it, my friend. That's it for tonight. Keep investing, keep saving, avoiding debt at all costs. Avoid debt. Stay out of debt. Live within your means. Pay with cash. Stay within your spending limits. Avoid multiple purchases. Avoid impulse purchases. Compare your prices, and that's it. That's simple. Life's easy. Live within your means. Spend less than you make. And you never be in debt. All right. Everyone, take care. Stay safe, and God bless.